Have you ever thought about how in NASCAR racing, every pit stop, every maneuver, and every decision can make the difference between victory and defeat? Drivers rely on their pit crews not only for lightning-fast tire changes and fueling, but also for strategic expertise and split-second precision. Kyle Busch, a prominent figure in NASCAR racing, is no stranger to the highs and lows of competition. Known for his aggressive driving style and impressive track record, Busch commands attention both on and off the racetrack. However, in the world of motorsports, success is often accompanied by intense pressure, and mistakes can have far-reaching consequences. In a recent race, the spotlight shifted from the roaring engines to the pit lane, where an unexpected error by pit crew Kyle Busch turned heads and raised eyebrows. As the team scrambled to execute a flawless pit stop, a crucial mistake derailed their plans and left owner Childress seething with frustration. The ramifications of such NASCAR mistakes questioned triumph. The drama of the 66th Daytona 500 unfolded with all the intensity and unpredictability characteristic of NASCAR's premier event. While William Byron celebrated his victory as the new champion, the race was not without its share of twists and turns, especially for Kyle Busch, who entered Speed Weeks with a singular goal: to etch his name into Daytona 500 history. Busch's journey was fraught with challenges right from the start, as he was forced to switch to a backup car following a wreck in the qualifying races. This was only one of many obstacles that he faced en route. In the midst of his pursuit of Daytona glory, this setback only served to increase the amount of strain he was under. The first sign of trouble for Busch came on lap 67 when he pitted after a solid performance in the initial stage of the race. However, what should have been a routine stop turned into a nightmare when his pit crew was fined for a safety violation, which resulted in an excessive number of members going over the wall. As a direct result of this, Busch found himself pushed to the back of the pack, where he would have to fight an uphill battle to regain the ground he had lost. Undeterred by the setback, Busch showcased his driving prowess as he skillfully navigated through the pack, steadily clawing his way back into contention. In a demonstration of his capacity to win over challenges and gain control of the race, he invaded into the lead on lap 109. Proving that his effort paid off and produced the desired results. Yet, just when it seemed like Busch was poised for a triumphant victory, misfortune struck again during a crucial pit stop on lap 133. A critical mistake by the front tire changer resulted in a loose lug nut on the left front wheel, forcing Busch to make an unscheduled return to the pits. The swift response of his team allowed them to address the issue promptly, ensuring that the tire was secured and the car was safe to re-enter the race. Although he managed to stay on the lead lap, the setback dealt a significant blow to his momentum, once again relegating him to the back of the field. Despite the setback, Busch refused to surrender, mounting a determined charge back to the front of the pack. By lap 149, he had once again reclaimed the lead, demonstrating his resilience and tenacity in the face of adversity. On the other hand, Busch and his number 8 crew continued to face an increasing number of obstacles, as they were subjected to extra penalties and disappointments that threatened to destroy their aspirations of winning. Throughout the Daytona 500, Kyle Busch and his number 8 crew confronted what appeared to be an unending stream of obstacles. An unforeseen event took place on the pit road when one of Busch's pit crew members experienced an unexpected fall. This occurred in the midst of the high-speed activity that was taking place. Not only did the terrible accident throw off the flow of the squad, but it also resulted in yet another penalty, which added to their already difficult situation. Adding to the complexity of the situation, Busch found himself facing another penalty issued by race officials. This time, it was due to a crew member inadvertently crossing the safety line on the pit road, further complicating. Starting stage 2 from the back of the field presented a formidable challenge, even for a seasoned driver like Busch. With each penalty and setback, the team's chances of securing a coveted victory in the Daytona 500 appeared to diminish, putting their resilience and resolve to the ultimate test. Busch remained committed in his purpose to salvage all he could from the race, despite the setback that he experienced. As he made his way back onto the field from the number 30 place, he was well aware that every position he won would be a difficult battle, and that every maneuver would be essential in order to fight his way back into contention inside the race. The tension and frustration within the RCR team reached a boiling point as Childress, the team owner, expressed his exasperation over the blunder by the number 8 pit crew that resulted in Kyle Busch's left front tire being punctured. The avoidable penalty compounded the team's woes, leaving Childress incensed. His blunt admonition over the team radio, urging the crew members to get your head out of your ass and stop effing up, underscored the gravity of the situation, with Busch representing RCR's best chance at salvaging a positive outcome from the race. The pressure on the team to perform flawlessly was palpable. Busch's battle for the lead during the second stage of the race provided a glimmer of hope for the team. His tenacious pursuit of victory, even in the face of adversity, was an encouraging development amidst the challenges they faced. However, Busch ultimately found himself outpaced by the Ford duo of Austin Cindric and Ryan Blaney in the final laps of Stage 2, highlighting the fierce competition on the track. Busch did not show any signs of being disheartened as the race neared its final stage. He remained firm in his quest to triumph over the challenges. Busch's furious assertion to his crew chief, "We can win this effing race," reflected his unshakable conviction in their capacity to turn the tide and take victory. Busch chose not to concentrate on the failures and epitomized his unwavering belief in their ability to turn the tide and seize victory. Kyle Busch's pursuit of victory in the prestigious Daytona 500 was once again unsuccessful, despite the fact that he had been working hard and putting in a lot of effort over the course of many years. As the race progressed, it served as a bitter reminder of the one overwhelming victory that he had failed to achieve during his whole career. His expectations were crushed, however, when a string of unfavorable occurrences culminated in their occurrence. The failure of Busch's pit crew to execute the faultless performance that is necessary for victory in such a high-stakes race delivered a significant blow to Busch's objectives, which were already challenging to achieve. Busch's chances of winning the coveted Daytona 500 were further diminished as a result of the blunders and catastrophes that occurred on the pit road. These issues only served to compound the difficulties that Busch had on the track. As the race continued, Busch found himself engulfed in the turmoil of the pack, attempting to navigate the tight confines of the Daytona International Speedway while fighting with intense competitiveness. In spite of this, his luck took a turn for the worse when he became entangled in a big incident, which severely hampered his prospects of emerging victorious. As the realization dawned that Busch had once again failed to secure victory in the Daytona 500, the levels of sadness and despair that he felt were evident. In the high-stakes world of NASCAR, where milliseconds can separate victory from defeat, Busch's Daytona 500 hopes hung in the balance, teetering on the edge of triumph and heartbreak. With each passing moment, the pressure mounted, intensifying the drama and uncertainty surrounding his journey. Busch was left to grapple with the bitter taste of defeat in the one race that had remained tantalizingly out of reach. Despite his talent, determination, and relentless pursuit of excellence, the Daytona 500 victory had proven elusive once again, leaving Busch to ponder what might have been. So, comment with your opinion on what things could have been watched carefully by RCR. Also, like, share, and subscribe to the unfolding tales on the racing world.